be a short.
All the trucks.
Why doesn't this happen to other people? Why is this happening to us?
The bottom line is to try to salvage what we can as far as the points go, which is to be 11th come December. Monday, I'm going to go to the Catawba County Humane Society.
Tuesday, we're going to go to Dick's, check out things in the sporting goods section.
Wednesday, just have a little team function, have some lunch.
Thursday, we're going to do a Richard Petty driving experience with the Sony execs.
Friday, we jump in the race car, have some fun, practice qualifying.
Saturday's final practice, going to get everything tuned up.
Sunday, get ready for the Sony HD 500.
Ryan Newman is not just another face in the NASCAR garage.
I like to say that I think, and it makes me be a better race car driver, but, you know, in the end, I do what I have to do.
Through diligence, this Purdue engineer has taken his unique personality and compiled an impressive resume. But along with wife Chrissy, the Newmans are also among the sport's most philanthropic.
I think it's great to have so many people know what's going on with the foundation, to know what our causes are. It's neat to have that as a tool to be able to communicate with the fans to make a better America.
The Ryan Newman Foundation exists to enrich the lives of people and animals throughout the country. Ryan starts his week with a visit to some four-legged friends.
Chrissy and I got involved with the Humane Society of Catawba County. She's on the board and thought that it would be a good idea when we started our foundation to help out with the animals who can't make decisions that we can make for them.
Hey, Axel, look what I got. You want to go for a walk, little buddy? You want to go for a walk?
In the United States, North Carolina ranks 5th for euthanizations of animals. So trying to do what we can to help make it be 50th someday.
How often do they get walked? Twice a day or something?
Yeah.
He's got little man syndrome.
Come on.
Hey. He'd eat you for lunch, Darren. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Pinch one off, walk it down. Oh, you can run faster now, huh?
The foundation's goal is to give these pets a new shelter. That project is gaining some assistance from an exhibition at a local art gallery. There, sales of the Newman's book, Pit Road Pets, will help provide funds.
It was neat to see all the artwork in the Hickory Museum of Art and what we're trying to do to raise money in Catawba County, which is Hickory. We're still, I think, $400,000 short for the endowment fund to start the actual Humane Society that will serve 8 counties and help for our overall cause of pet population.
Brian was talking about how he knew how to do this. So did you do that in high school, college?
High school and college at ceramics.
So you were taking art classes. Did you ever think about being an artist?
No, I just liked working with my hands. I always worked on race cars with my hands, so.
Maybe you can someday take all those parts. And
I got plenty of car parts. I just, yeah.
Exactly. Car part sculptures. Yeah.
Not many drivers start their week admiring fine art, but after checking up on the foundation's efforts, Ryan has the afternoon to view another collection, his classic cars, beginning with a 1939 Hudson.
I was always a big motorhead as far as old cars and stuff. I don't drive it like every day like I drive my Dodge pickup truck, but when I jump in it, it's a lot of fun. The old gauges that aren't hooked up, like the generator says charging or not charging. Oil has no pressure. They're old 6-volt gauges, but it's a 12-volt car now, so they sit idle. The Hudson I say we got married in it, but you know, from where we went, we had our reception to where we had our dinner, and we sat in the back seat. It was kind of special. It'll be a car that'll never get old, that's for sure.
Since finding racing stardom, Ryan has built up his fleet of vintage cars into a museum-quality collection. The Newman Garage is a source of pride for the automotive aficionado.
This is only probably half of them. This is a 57 T-Bird that I got 2 years ago. I wanted a red one, and we found this one. It's a beautiful car, it drives beautiful. I drive it probably maybe 6-8 times a year. This is actually my first hot rod. So, man, I saw this cool car, Auburn, Indiana, at the big car show up there, and they got the guy's phone number. His name was Spike, and I said, man, I gotta have it. That's just cool. It's just period correct. The brakes, the suspension, everything on it is 50s style hot rod. I don't have a favorite in any of all the cars. I mean, I have cars I like for different reasons, but no one favorite.
A driver in the right mindset is as potent as one with a heavy right foot. The tranquility of the outdoors allows Ryan Newman a chance to focus.
I enjoy the sport of fishing, first of all. Bass fishing mostly because you have to think like the fish, you have to cast where the fish are. I enjoy the challenging part of it as well as the sport of it. Most of all, I enjoy just being outside and relaxing. And there's something I guess different about floating on water versus standing on land. Got a little nervous disorder.
Spending a quiet day on land, the introspective driver uses his free time to stock up for his next trip to the lake.
We're going to go to Dick's, check out, see if they got any new fishing or hunting things in the sporting goods section.
Is there anything I can help you find today?
I'm just looking, thank you. Yum makes a new bait, Yum Dinger, but it has a little tail fin on the back. I bought some hooks and some sinkers. I'm a spontaneous shopper, I guess. Maybe when I need something, I go to get something, and like most people, you end up buying more than what you went there for. So when it comes to fishing, I've got way more things than I need, and I always want more things than I've got. So when I see something that I want, I usually grab it.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Whether it's worms or different types of hooks or things like that, I just buy a bunch of them because I know I'll go through them. It's just a matter of time, and there's really no point to waste time going back shopping again.
49.13.
Ryan's love for fishing is shared by his crew, many of them avid anglers. One day closer to the race, the 12 team grows closer over lunch.
What's up, Dilly?
How you doing?
Just like the first time you've been out of the shop in like, what, 6 months? At lunchtime? Today we're going to go to Lancaster's, have a little team function. We can hang out there and kind of be just ourselves and talk about either racing, our personal lives, or more importantly, talk about some old cars and stuff like that.
Does it run?
It runs, it sounds good.
Huh?
But I mean, just the way everything externally was put together,
Did he physically build the engine?
I don't know. I'm thinking now that he didn't build it.
It's got to flood itself when it's at idle.
That's right. Otherwise, it's not cool.
Put two of those small Edelbracks on it.
The real small.
Nah, that would tighten it up too much. It wouldn't run as good.
That's right, it takes a whole
They got an intake manifold. It's some kind of goopy brand, but if you just take it and twist it up like this, and then they take the runners and go along with it, so the runners are longer. Pork and wings,
Who has sauce on your wings?
hot,
What two sides would you like?
chips. Is it true that the garage closes at like 7 on Saturday?
11 to 7 on Saturday.
We're not gonna be able to play paintball. Matt,
check that out.
Saturday, garage is closing at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
You want to play paintball afterwards or not? You want?
Probably not.
We don't have anything until the next day until.
Yeah, 11's when the garage opens next day, too.
Pork and wings?
Escaping the shop for lunch allows the team to maintain its strong competitive bond. With their time together, they'll be ready for the busy weekend in California.
I looked over.
Thursday's agenda for Ryan Newman is rather casual. Arriving in California a day early, this driver's visit with his sponsor is more than just business.
Yeah, I was watching some in-car stuff, and it looked like here you just run right along the bottom on both ends.
Sometimes the track's a little greener, not filled in with rubber as much.
So I'm gonna get to ride along with you out here.
I guess, yeah. Do a few laps for you. The ride around was for Sony. The Richard Petty driving experience is a tool for them to take their executives out, and reporters, different people, winners of sweepstakes and things like that, to go out for rides. First time where I was shuttling people for enjoyment rather than education.
Ryan's time on the track is usually spent preparing for Sunday's race. But for special guests, today is a once-in-a-lifetime thrill ride alongside a real race car driver.
You ready? All right.
There was a girl that was very excited at the get-go. Our very first lap going into turn one, she started screaming, and I looked over at her, and her mouth was wide open, her hair was in her face, and I could hear her over the 600 horsepower between the car and my helmet, my earplugs and everything. She was very clear. She was really excited. It was neat to see that.
She started screaming. I said, I had to turn. There's a wall there.
It's a big weekend for Ryan's sponsor. Not only is the 12 backed by Sony, so is Sunday's race. After pit road, Ryan and wife Chrissy moved to the suites to discuss special events.
Ryan and I were talking on the grid today. We were talking about Kinnan came in and shot some little ditty for us. If you're not watching NASCAR on Sony, what are you watching? And Ryan did a soundbite for that. So when you go through the test drive exhibit out on the Midway, you'll come through, see the show car, get our pitch, and if you complete the pitch, then we give the customers one of these.
That's the car you're talking about?
Yeah, and you press the button on the bottom underneath.
Oh, he'd go crazy. You're not watching NASCAR on the Sony HD TV. What are you watching?
People at Sony are not just our sponsors, but they're our friends, and just to be able to sit down and talk about family, talk about friends, talk about what we do for fun and what's happening corporately and things like that. It's just a nice opportunity for us to be able to chill out.
Send you another one.
Bought a new car this week.
What'd you get now? New old or old new?
Old. She was out of town for a day.
Your mistake.
The cool part was it was only a mile from the house, sitting on the side of the road. It's a 61 Ford Fairlane 500. It's not like a real desirable car, but the price was right and I couldn't pass it up.
Is it clean?
Was it a neighbor that knew you?
Once he met me, he knew me. Yeah, I mean, he knew of me, but yeah.
Before I left, by the way, tomorrow, Miller and I are going to go look at this old moonshining car. I'm like, all right, whatever. He's just going to go look at it. Calls me back. Well, I didn't buy that one, but I'm going to buy this one. I was like...
You already primed the pump.
Yeah.
Do you negotiate when you're doing that, or you just say...
Negotiate?
Yeah.
No,
or do you just give them whatever?
The whole thing, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Oh, no, not with her. Nice. I wasn't talking about it with her.
I have to negotiate with her.
Wow, look at the guilt. Front row.
No, I negotiate.
After a lighthearted day at California Speedway, the typical race demands will return. Ryan's weekend is just beginning, and he'll be back to business come Friday. Making the postseason chase in its first 2 seasons, Ryan Newman was right on target. But in 2006, the number 12 has hit everything but its mark.
Crash, turn 2, Ryan Newman.
Oh, wow, that is huge. And I tell you, this has been one of the biggest disappointments in 2006, this 12 car, their performance on qualifying day as well as on race day.
It used to just kind of come to us, and now we're having to work for it. I think that's probably the biggest thing. We've gotten better, we're just not to the point where we need to be.
Averaging 1 pole position for every 5 starts, Ryan is no stranger to the front of the field. Though races are won at the finish line, how he starts will set the tone for the weekend.
Ryan Newman took the pole here in 2002, and he is to the top of the charts right now. He bumps Joe Nemechek out of that first position.
39.57. Good job. He won. Pretty good. I overslowed just a little bit getting into 3, but I came off 4 really hard, so I fixed what I usually screw up, but I might have hurt myself a little bit.
Where'd you get the other 4 tenths from? Where'd you get the second from? nice.
You said it was the clock error. I mean, it's just...
Think you wrapped around one too many times.
Yeah, something like that.
The pole doesn't last the day, as Penske Racing teammate Kurt Busch takes the top spot for Sunday's race. Ryan will start 12th and is well received by his fans when he joins the TV program Trackside Live.
And Ryan Newman, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How about for you dealing with the adversity? How tough has it been for you?
It's been really tough. I mean, just as Elliott knows, you go back to a certain racetrack that you've won at, you've run well at, you finish in the top 5, you expect to go back there and do better, and you don't need a lap, and you run 15th, and you try to figure out what happened and why, and that's probably the most difficult part.
I know it's been a frustrating season for you, but you've been great to work with, so we thank you for that as well.
Thank you.
The end of Friday leaves one more day to prepare the car. As Saturday's practice begins, the temperature hits 100 degrees. The scorching track surface is an extra hurdle in predicting a setup for Sunday night's race.
Back is green.
Come on back, Ryan, you're all clear. Come on, straight back. Back, cut it around, cut it around. Come on back.
Practicing during the day versus racing at night, it's definitely tough. It's so slick and so greasy and so slimy during the day, and at night it gets better, but in the end, everybody's got to deal with the same conditions.
How'd it feel? Just a little bit loose. Never like really pushed it hard. Just trying to feel out the corners. It didn't feel bad. Just like I said, a little bit loose. And I can't even really tell you where. Just that's the bias. Feel like the tires lost that much grip? I think the tires were not as good as stickers, but just a huge difference. Good balance, aero and mechanical.
I think definitely having an engineering degree helps to communicate in that language, try to make the race car go faster. Closely with Matt Borland and Michael Nelson, crew chief and race engineer. In the end, I think it's a great relationship.
It was an entirely different race car. Felt like the whole nose was high. I would have been an easy 3/4 of a second slower. Is it still really loose exit? It helped it, but it doesn't feel good.
Practice today was rough. Seemed to be middle of the road speed-wise, but just look forward to seeing what it's going to be like tomorrow if we get better as it cools down. I don't think we got a winning race car right now, but I think we got something to work with for tomorrow.
Catering to the Tinseltown market, NASCAR journeys west for Labor Day weekend. But before the marquee event, Ryan Newman attends one more sponsor appearance.
So what's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you in a race car?
I've never been asked that question. Usually I got a good answer, but I've never been asked that question. At Charlotte for the fall race, it was the first night race. Went into turn 1, and all of a sudden I heard this big whoosh. Well, it was my right side window popping out. Did one complete lap, came back around and hit my own right side window.
Ryan, on behalf of the employees at Sony Electronics, we'd like to present you with a $5,000 check for your foundation.
Thank you. The money will be well spent, and we appreciate it very much.
Advancing the work of his charities, Ryan hopes he can progress on the track as well. With eyes locked on the evening's race, the 12 is set for the call to action.
Okay, drive it like you stole it.
10-4, Mellow. Green, green, green.
Green flag is out. And on the brake, Kurt Busch starts pulling away. They're nearly 3 wide already going off to turn 1.
You'll see a lot of guys being loose right now. That's what these guys are fighting.
Man, it feels good. It's just this is as fast as it's going. Just a little bit tight in the center and a little bit throttle off, loose off. Right in front of you here. Caution's out there. Caution's out.
Robbie Gordon has spot.
Ryan, we're looking at some tire codes. We're going to try something different potentially here in the next couple sets and see if it affects any. Coming in regardless. 4. Guys, there'll be a cage fighter, 4 tires.
Now these guys, like an NFL team, have named their pit stops. The play called now is called Cage Fighter. 4 tires, no changes to the chassis though.
And you're going to pull straight out, 1 lane only. One lane only behind the 26. 26 up.
Started off the race really good, and it seemed like from the point that Robbie Gordon spun in front of us, the car never felt the same.
Not lacking fortitude, new solutions are put to the test. But failure to dial into the changing track leaves the 12 team to face an uphill climb.
I don't know what you tried on the tires, but it didn't feel good as far as balance or grip, but like it overcompensated something there. That was definitely loose and too loose. Guys, be ready for 4 tires and fuel. 1 in left rear, 1 in right side track bar.
Now, most of the leaders stayed out, but some guys deep in the field did come back in.
19 trying to get to his pit, and Ryan Newman gets into him. That's not normally how you want to get into your box. Luckily, nobody got run over on that deal.
I got on the brakes pretty hard, but I don't know if I took valence off or what it was, but not real sure. Just had to avoid an accident. That was all it was.
Get out of the way, get out of the way. Go ahead, Ryan.
While Ryan Newman longed to be the driver riding into the sunset at race's end, he must settle for 33rd. Still, in a season of struggles, the value for this team is in the opportunity.
I guess in the end, a thing for our season would be like an amusement park. There's different rides, and some will scare you, and some you might win a prize, but in the end, you're there to have fun, and that's what we do.